bumbo pop lemonade. Come. Send for the very good weed. Smoke my trees, smoke my trees, smoke my trees.
Call me Mr. Sandman.
Trees. Sandman bumbo. No, that's part of the plan. Original done. And I ain't done yet. Smoke my trees. Smoke my good
Tell me all these folks dreams gonna
but it takes a good weed. But it takes a good weed done. Mr. Sandman. Mr. Sandman. Mr. Sandman. Sing word one. Mr. Sandman. Mr. Sandman, bumbo pop lemonade. Come. Send for the very good weed. Smoke my trees, smoke my trees, smoke my trees.
call me Mr. Sandman.
Trees. Sandman bumbo. No, that's part of the plan. Original done. And I ain't done yet. Smoke my trees. Smoke my good weed.
Tell me all these folks dreams gonna
Yo, we're in here. We're on, I think, 107 of our feedback streams. We have about 18 songs loaded up, and we're going to see who got that sauce, who got that swagger. If you go to my Discord, you can join the community. We are going to postpone streams for a little bit as I build the school and courses. I have a lot of work to do, lots of new students as well, so we're limited on time, but if you guys ever want a lesson, 1v1, I can help you, and we can get your songs where you need to be. We're going to be starting with Lazy today. His Raz remix, and it looks a little something like this. This is the Lazy Eyeball. First in line. Let's see what you got. We're going to measure everything and see what you have. Run it. What's up, Brain Damage? How's it going?
Oh now, you ain't bust that skeng or now. Man, I talking all rough on the neck, comes on the flesh, you ain't gone now or now. Still ain't got headline shows or now. Man, I tryna get to the door or now. It's about time that I go all out like nobody move, cause I want it all now. You don't run them ends or now. You ain't bust that skeng or now. Man, I talking all rough on the neck, comes to the flesh, you ain't done now or now. Still ain't got headline shows or now. Man, I tryna get to the door or now. It's about time that I go all out like nobody move, cause I want it all. I want it all now. I'm an all-rounder, I get it all out. Gonna ball out, splash and sauce out. This ain't drip, it's torrential fall down. Big bundles have it draw out. Anything other than that, it's a draw out. They do anything for this thing called clout. Sell themselves like in a whorehouse.
Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. That's Lazy with the Raz remix. This is cool. We got a cool vocal.
That comes to the flesh, you ain't now. That comes to the flesh.
It's very empty at the beginning. Too empty. We need like sub bass or something so that energy feels thick. In your drop, it seems a little bit intense, like things are changing very quickly. The rapper is already rapping very quickly. So rhythmically, if your basses are going fast and also the vocalist is going fast, things can feel a little bit congested. They're like competing rhythmically. So it's not going to sound or feel as clean as if it would have been if your basses were just very simple, long, extended, so it allows more space for that vocal to breathe and rap all fast. That would work well.
I want it all now.
There's good sounds in here, good sound design.
Run them ends or now. I get it all out. Gonna ball out, splash.
Also, the basses are pretty quiet
I get it all.
compared to the vocal.
I get to the door.
So it's almost sounding like this is like an instrumental. It's like a beat for the vocalist, and it's like a dubstep beat. It doesn't feel like your basses have enough presence in the mix. So it's going to feel a little bit awkward with the energy. It's like the vocalist really has the main spotlight. So things to consider, right? Things to consider. Otherwise, nice idea. You know how I love those UK Graham vocals. It sounds so fire. Lazy. Coming in with the spiciness. All right, so we have yeah, boy. Should have known. Should have known. Twitch and YouTube right now. Say hi in the chat. Cool. This is pretty decent. Feels good. Nice melodics, harmonics, the energy. You can feel it. Vocals good. Things sound in key. Things sound pretty good. Pretty nice dynamics too. That's a really cool call right there. When we get here though, there should be more energy. It feels like we're lacking some energy here. Probably the sub not being thick enough. Or maybe you need to add like an extra layer with it. Maybe, like, you know what's going fast, that bass? You could add like a texture layer on top of it, for example. Or you could even add a sustain bass to play with it. Just extra layers to add more energy and fill up the frequency spectrum a lot more. Because these are wubbing so much, there's a lot of silence, basically. There's a lot more space available. So you just want to make sure that you compensate for that. The song itself, we're going to check how loud it is and then see how loud your sub is next. So your song's -8, which is pretty good. But your sub, we're going to see how loud it is. And this may be too quiet. We're going to do a low pass at 100. And then we will measure that. Your sub's coming in about -13, -14. That's really quiet. You could pump up that sub more, just add saturation, or just turn up the gain. And you can do minimal things to get that sub beefier. But saturation really helps. Otherwise, I think that's it. That's oh yeah, there's one more thing. There are some hats that I think you should be cutting in your fill sections. Like the hats play through this fill and similar fills. And it's kind of like it's kind of defeating the purpose of this fill, because the fill is meant to like take a break from everything and then go back. And if the hat stops, we can just listen to the fill, things get a little bit more silent, and then boom, we get hit back with our next phrase here. The hats come back. So yeah, you could cut some of them hats, you know, pump up some of that sub. Basically, naturally, casually. If you guys have any questions, DM me in my Discord or my Instagram, and I can help you guys with questions. You know what it is. Up next is Nevrozat with 47. That is my favorite number. Oh, we shall see what you have for me. Brave Angel said, watching mod set back to back with couldn't miss this. Opedic said, it's the worst shit I've ever made. What? Drip, grab my submission for the one time. It's the worst shit I've ever made. Did you just submit it? I have 18 submissions, so we'll see how much time we have. Nevrozat 47 WIP. Very cool. That's 47. Never was that. We got some rhythm function. We got some rhythm function time. Plain and simple. Main bass lead is pretty harsh, honestly. It's pretty loud, and it sounds loud, but it's actually like not even that loud. At -6. I mean, that's loud. That's good. We don't sound full though. So -6, we want to stay in this range for loudness, but we need to sound fuller regarding the frequency. Right now it sounds a little bit dull, like almost like the frequencies are muffled and they're not getting pulled out as much as possible, which really comes down to compression, pulling out those existing frequencies, raising them, and layers, you know. Right now, the original sound is pretty harsh frequency-wise. Like, you can add a soothe or start dipping down the harsh frequencies so that when we turn it up, we don't turn up the unwanted frequencies. We want to clean it first and then turn it up. That will help a lot. The main rhythm is just playing the same thing. Gets very repetitive in the first drop. Doesn't really change at all. The tone of it doesn't change at all. The rhythm may change. Like, it may go a little faster sometimes. It's really not enough to keep things interesting. If the tonality of it changed, if you started automating the wavetable or anything that changes the pitch or a filter cutoff, things like that, so that we can get changes over time or abrupt changes in certain sections. The transitions in this, we're making music, right? So we need the buildups to flow with the drops. We need the drops to flow with the breakdowns. It's important songwriting wise for energy to transition from phrase to phrase. And right now we have abrupt transition, so it doesn't really feel natural when the drop ends. It ends very abruptly, and it should be smoother than this. Kind of just randomly ends, and we go into a section that's very empty. There's really just noise, sound effects, but we don't have any rhythm. We need like a hi-hat, like tss, tss, or shaker loops, something to keep us dancing. Otherwise, we'll just stop dancing, and it's just like cinematic sound effects. These are good, but they need to be layered with a rhythmic foundation so that we can at least have something there. Or if you had a sub playing all ominous, and then we can feel something while we hear the sound effects. Anything to increase the energy, that's just gonna be important. Same thing for the intro. Very empty too. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, decent sound design, good loudness. You know, it's nice to be at -6. Oh yeah, there is one more thing. In your second drop, the sub is just going, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's just quarter note the whole time. It doesn't change. So it sounds a bit odd, because the sub should change a little bit, or even have some silence, just so we can get some different back and forth movements. Otherwise, that sub is just repeating over and over, and it just doesn't feel the same once we get to the end of the drop compared to the beginning of the drop. So just phrasing, you know, adding some more silence, changing your basses over time. It's gonna help. It's gonna help for sure. You know? Next up, inline. We got tailored noise. It's just noise. Drippy final. Interesting. The drippy final. Run it.
I want to begin just briefly introducing a concept that I refer to as noise. And it's important because noise has such a dramatic impact on our lives, even though we often don't realize it. Definition. Noise is anything that interferes with the accurate transmission of a message between a sender and a receiver. Noise is anything that interferes with the accurate transmission of a message between a sender and a receiver. Between a sender and a receiver. Noise is anything that interferes with the accurate transmission of a message between a sender and a receiver. Receiver. Noise.
fucking help. What have we been doing for the last...
Yeah, okay, fine, you're right, I'm sorry.
What have we been doing for the last 2 hours?
Fine, so what we want to hear?
I'm just amazed you've never cooked a
I
bottle.
haven't. Don't take the piss out of me for it, though.
Who's taking the piss?
You.
I don't think you can actually cook.
Yo, motherfucker, you tune in at 99.9. That's tailored noise. Acapella rap.
Just noise.
Very cool. Tailored noise. It's cool sampling throughout the track, man. Hearing Wiz say everything's tailored and then realizing that your song's tailored noise and then your intro being about noise. There's just a lot of branding going on here and I like it. The vocals in this section though feel a bit weird. They make sense in the breakdown. They're good here.
Accurate transmission of a message between a...
But like, it's like a trap beat almost, like dark and hard, heavy. But then his voice just does not match that vibe, so it just feels a little bit off, you know? Pitch his voice down, make him sound deeper. That will help. Chop him up. Only have a couple phrases said or a couple words said and chop it up, make it a little bit better. Just add some more space, you know, so that the beat can have some presence. And Lord have mercy, we're going to have to add 808 or sub in the section. It'll complete the drum loop and it will add a lot of energy. This is way too long for a fake out. It makes sense over here because you have the vocal. So we have something to hang on to as you're overextending the fake out. But in this section, it's just way too long. So like all energy is basically down. The goal of these fake outs are to increase the energy on top of the energy that was created from the buildup. But that's not happening here. We're basically bringing energy back down to low level and then restarting from square one at the drop. The dynamic switch, though, going from quiet to loud, works very well. So these dynamic shifts are good to see. This flow at the beginning of your first drop is not as groovy as these flows. This is pretty hard. This is good flow. This one, it's kind of way too basic. You're kind of repeating it over and over and over again. It gets repetitive. So that's an issue. The other drop, I guess listening to all the basses, they all sound pretty dry. Like there's not enough reverb. You don't need a lot of reverb. You just need enough. You just need one reverb at like 20% dry wet at 700 milliseconds decay. Less than a second. Tight reverb. Short tail reverb. So that it blends in with everything. And if you do it in parallel, it'll be very clean. So you should do it in parallel instead of just throwing the reverb on it and drowning it out in reverb. Second drop is a lot better than the first drop. I like it. The fills, though, need to be not basses. The fill is kind of meant, this is like kind of a break. You could insert a vocal or a sound effect, something that's not robotic, and it will add a bigger dynamic shift every single time the phrase comes back around. Because the fill is like a break. You take a break from the drop, take a little chill, and then boom, go back to the drop so that energy stays high every single time we restart that 4-bar phrase. That's a done deal. Taylor Noise, good job. Nicely done. The Drippy final. Back and better than ever, he says. You'd love to see it, man. You'd love to see it. Oh my God. DJ Slick Nuts just followed. Shout out you, Slick Nuts. That name is a little sus, but it's okay. We chillin'. Up next, Kane Mallet. That's a pretty sick cover art. I expect extremely good music now because the cover art is above average. So, okay.
Kane.
I wasn't ready for that shit, boy. Bust out that mallet. That mallet with the spikes on it. One.